So last week I took my medication every other day, and this week I have completely gone cold turkey. And let me tell you, it's got physical. Welcome back to my channel. So as you know, if you watched my last video, I did the first 7 days of withdrawal. I had different symptoms every single day, but this week it has just been constant, all the same symptoms. So instead of filming each day, I've just listed the most prominent symptoms, and there are 7 different withdrawal symptoms that I've been facing, and the last one is definitely the worst. I don't know if it's actually a withdrawal, but it's something that's been really getting me down, and it's definitely something physical that I've experienced since coming off these this week. But yeah, I'll tell you all about it. But first I want to mention just a couple of comments that were on my previous video. So number 1, someone gave me a really good piece of advice, and that was to take vitamin and minerals to help with anxiety and depression. So I've been looking into this, and I just can't believe I've never thought of this before, because it just does make so much sense. Say in winter, especially cold climates like England, we tend to lack vitamin D, which we get from the sun. And vitamin D, according to the Holland and Barrett website, has been proven to boost your mood, which is quite obvious in summer. People are a lot happier compared to winter, and yeah, I definitely agree with that, but then I don't know if it is just a selling point because vitamins are so expensive from Holland and Barrett. But I have been looking into other supplements as well, and I'll definitely try those, and I'll keep you guys updated. And the second thing I want to mention is that there are a lot of articles online that tell you not to take antidepressants, and I can see now why people do try and steer away from not taking antidepressants, because the withdrawal is extremely difficult. But to be honest, I am so glad I did take them, because if I didn't, then I probably wouldn't have lived past 22 years. Yeah, about 90% of my thoughts were suicide. But yeah, the withdrawal is really bad, and I think the longer that you stay on medication, it seems to me by some of the comments that I've got and what I've researched, the longer you stay on it, the harder it is to come off, which is why I'm coming off it now. But yeah, I do feel really bad for those people that I've been taking it for many years. Anyway, that's it for that. I will get on to the 7 physical withdrawal symptoms I've been facing this week. So the first one is feeling sick. So this is the symptom that I felt more or less constant for the whole time this week, and yeah, it's not been nice. I've not been physically sick, but every time I do eat, I just want to throw it back up again. But what I have noticed is that I feel more sick on an evening than the rest of the days. So what I've been doing is making sure that I have eaten before 6 o'clock at night, so I'm not feeling sick when I go to sleep, which has definitely helped. The first few days were really hard because I weren't doing this. I like to eat on an evening. But no, that's definitely a bit of advice that I can give you with that one. Number 2. Low appetite. So as well as feeling sick, I have had a really low appetite, and all the time it's just felt like I have just eaten, mainly because I have constantly had that feeling of feeling sick. But yeah, I've just not wanted to eat, which is really weird compared to last week with my symptoms. I did feel like I wanted to eat loads, so to have that being the complete opposite, it's kind of a relief that I'm not wanting to eat rubbish. But yeah, I hope I get my appetite back soon, because I want to eat to enjoy it, not because I need to eat. Number 3, periods. Okay, so this one is really strange because I purposely came off the medication a week after I last had my period, just so I was okay for that time and it wasn't going to affect my mood as much as it would do, say, if I'm gonna get my period whilst being off the medication. But last week I did get my period. I didn't mention it in the video because I thought it might be because I'm on the implant and my periods do come quite irregular. But then this week I got another period, so that's 3 periods in 1 month. That's definitely not right, and I'm guessing it's part of the withdrawal because obviously it's going to mess up your hormones. It's to do with the chemical imbalances trying to balance again once you do come off the medication. So yeah, that's completely messed up my menstrual cycle. Number 4, sweating. So in England all week it has been really nice. It's been so hot and so nice, and yeah, I really enjoyed the nice weather, so I am glad I came off my medication when I did. But I have been sweating so much, which is really weird for me because I do tend to travel a lot, so I'm guessing my body's adjusted to this sort of temperature, and I'm not really a sweaty person, so yeah, this week I've just been sweating constantly. Even in the morning when it's been cool, I'm just, oh, it's disgusting. And this is a common withdrawal that other people have mentioned they've had, so I definitely know that me sweating this much is just because of the medication, and hopefully it doesn't last the rest of the summer. Number 5 is that I've had a constant headache. So this is nothing compared to last week, specifically day 3. That was close to coming on to a migraine. But yeah, it's been more or less every day that I've woken up and I've just had a headache, and it's really annoying when you wake up with a headache because you know it's gonna get worse throughout the day, and yeah, it just ruins your day and it makes you so much less motivated, which sucks, but you can take a paracetamol for this, so it's all fine. Number 6 is dry mouth. So I guess this links into number 5 as why I was getting the headaches, because every single morning I have woken up with such a dry mouth. Oh, it's like sandpaper. And what's annoying about this is that you just keep drinking and drinking and drinking and you've still got a dry mouth. It's horrible. It's definitely the second worst side effect that I've been facing from my withdrawal. Which leads me on to the worst one, number 7, and that is hair loss. So my hair is quite thin anyway, so when I do brush it or when I do tie it up, I always get strands falling out. This is like to the extreme. I've never felt like this before, and it just makes me not want to touch my hair at all because I know that it's going to come out, and I have fine hair. I don't need to lose any more. But yeah, as I said, I don't know if this is a withdrawal. If this or any of the other withdrawal symptoms has happened to you, please mention it down in the comment section. So those were the physical withdrawal, and I'm going to mention quickly how I've been feeling in myself. So we'll start with the positive. I've definitely felt a lot less anxious. I don't have the racing heart compared to last week anyway, when it was literally felt like it was beating in my throat. Definitely don't have that. To be honest, I don't feel anxious at all. Even when I was on the medication, I always had a small level of anxiety. But the reason that I did go on antidepressants in the first place was because of depression. And it wasn't until I took the medication that I felt what anxiety was. Okay, so let's get on with the depression now. So this week, yeah, I've definitely had really teary days. I've felt like I'm going into that state of depression, which has made me consider going back on them. But I thought if I give in now, then I'm probably gonna find it a lot harder to come off it next time, because I will get the anxiety back and I will remember what the withdrawal is like and how hard it is. Okay, so that is it for my update on the second week. I will probably give you another update maybe a month after I've come off the medication, so that'll be in another couple of weeks. But within that time, I am going to be doing a lot more mental health videos, more positive ones, because I have clicked on in the past videos on mental health, depression and anxiety, but they make you more depressed. That's definitely not my aim for you guys. I want to make it an entertaining video so you don't feel shit at the end of it. But if you want to see those videos, definitely subscribe and hit that notification bell, and I'll see you next time.